Okay, part two. I don't know why my camera's acting up. It's really pissing me off. Okay, so part two. So I tell her, and she seems cool. Right? She seems cool. Hoping she's cool. Kiss a little more. It's fine. Right? Cool. Alright, so she asked me a few questions, and we hang out again, and she asks a few more questions. So it becomes apparent that she really doesn't know a whole lot about trans guys, and I'm willing to, just give her some basics. And she doesn't really want me to tell her stuff, and which kind of is off-putting. And she says just because she just rather ask questions when they come up, and I'm like, well, all right. And I'm used to like basically putting it out there and having people educate it. It's kind of like if you meet someone that's from a different culture, wouldn't you want to know, I don't know, like educate yourself or have them educate you? I don't know. So, yeah. So I'm like, alright, whatever. Maybe that should have been a red flag. I don't know. So we hang out, a couple times again, and we make out here and there, whatever, and nothing really heavy, whatnot. And she continually asks, questions here and there, and it's fine, whatever. So she throws hints, about having sex, blah 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 blah. I feel like, honestly, I feel like she's teasing me, and so I like have no expectation of having sex, right? And she even said like, essentially that if we have sex or when we have sex, whatever, blah 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 blah, that she may back out, she may get nervous or whatever. And this is someone who's bisexual and kinky, and I was like, okay. And maybe that should have been another red flag, but I'm thinking to myself like, well, I give myself the right to back out too. If I'm not comfortable, I'm just like, no, I'm done, kind of thing. So I kind of justified it that way. But so we make plans to meet up, and she invites me over to her place, and I kind of get the feeling that things are going to get a little more intense. So I'm kind of anxious about it because, is she okay? But then she made a comment saying that it's really more about the person than the genitals and the body and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. So I was like, well, she sounds like she's cool with whatever. I don't know. So I go to her house, whatever, and we're making out, and things get a little more heated, and so I use my fingers on her, and then it seems like it's time to reciprocate, and so then she gets kind of like shy, awkward, and then gets kind of weird about it, and then she's like, oh, another time. And that's when I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, what do you mean another time? And this is something that most trans men would be like, oh, worst case scenario here. It's something it's like your worst nightmare. Well, almost, close to your worst nightmare. So I was like, well, are you afraid? Like, what's going on? And I really didn't have any compassion. I was just pissed at that point, because I felt like she'd been like teasing me and like, just like, I don't know, playing hard to get, but not. I just, anyways, so we didn't really argue. We just discussed for like a few minutes. I was like, I want to go. So I left, and I haven't talked to her since. And I'm told I'd talk to her in a few days. But honestly, like, I don't, like, what the fuck? Like, I really don't see this going anywhere. If like, I don't know. It was just so fucked up. And it just, it's just so exhausting. You know what I mean? And I'm going on a date later this week with this girl who, from the dating website, and she's straight, but she contacted me. I didn't even contact her. She found me. So I don't know. I have no idea. It's one big frickin' adventure, I guess. So in terms of this girl, I think I'm just gonna tell her that, friends, it's fine. She's cool. I could, hang out with her, but I just don't want to put my emotions into this, because she's not in. Obviously, she doesn't know what she wants or what she's able to handle, and I'm not gonna, let it fuck with with my head. So whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'll tell you all the other adventures another time. So that's it. I don't know if you guys have any feedback on your dating adventures. Yeah. All right, later.